Mario Golf, the 1999 classic Nintendo 64 sports game based on the timeless sport, is finally on the Nintendo Switch. That's right, if you subscribe to the poorly named Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can once again play Mario's first foray into golf. Even though I swore I'd never subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online again, I caved. One of my favorite childhood N64 memories was spamming the C button to repeatedly yell, 4, and I just had to relive this. Mario Golf was developed by Camelot in 1999, just a few years after the same developers released Hot Shots Golf on the PS1. If you've ever played any of the Hot Shots games or Everybody's Golf on the PS4, it plays very similar. The popularity of Mario Golf paved the way for the endless character-based golf games that flooded consoles in the early 2000s. Games like Outlaw Golf took things in a, let's say, different direction, but was heavily inspired by Mario Golf, bringing the sport to a younger generation. This game features all of your favorite Mario characters like Plum, Charlie, and Baby Mario. By playing through the game, you can unlock some of the more obscure characters like Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. Each character also has alternate costumes, so there's a lot of variety. I do think it's interesting that the human characters look a lot like Mii's, and this was 7 years before the Wii came out. Each of the characters have different attributes, including a maximum drive distance, and whether they naturally tend to hit the ball towards the left or the right. If you want to avoid the grind of unlocking all the characters and courses, which would take dozens of hours, there is a button combination that unlocks everything. Although personally, I worry that if I use it, I'm not going to have a reason to play anymore. I'm so spoiled by the constant grind and drip feed of content in modern games. If that's not a concern for you, here's the button combo you can enter at the title screen to unlock almost all of the characters and courses. Down, down, left, left, left. Right, right, right. C down, C down, C left, C left, C left. C right, C right, C right. If you're playing with a set of Joy-Cons or the Pro Controller, substitute the C buttons with pressing the direction on the right stick. Unfortunately, there are 4 characters that can't be unlocked in the Switch version. On the N64, they required the transfer pack and a copy of the Game Boy Color version of the game. I wish Nintendo had unlocked these characters from the start on the Switch. The game has 6 golf courses and 2 mini-golf courses, each with 18 holes to play through. The environments vary a little bit, with rain on some holes and some courses taking place in a desert, but the variety isn't as great as some of the other golf games out there that have a more extreme variety in locations. It all kind of feels the same here, even if the backgrounds change. To hit the ball, you have a sliding bar where you have to time your hits to determine your accuracy and your power. Make sure that if you're playing this on your TV, check your TV settings and turn game mode on. Otherwise, the input lag is going to make this game so much harder to play. Even if the physics aren't as detailed as some of the newer golf games out there, it's so satisfying to play, and it has an extremely cozy feeling to it. It's just so easy and quick to jump into a match. Mario Golf has a ton of different game modes. Tournament, Get Character, which is a one-on-one competition to unlock each character. Ring Shot, Speed Golf, Stroke Play, Mini Golf, Training, Match Play, Skins Match, and Club Slots. Despite being over 20 years old, the graphics in Mario Golf still look good. It's got that ageless Nintendo style. They look even better on the Switch as they're rendered in 720p versus the original 240p. One of the things I miss from the more modern games is the ability to skip the computer player shots. It slows the game down a lot to have to watch those. The music is pretty understated compared to other Mario games, but there are some absolute bangers in this one. My favorite is the arrangement of the Mario Bros. Underground theme that plays when you're putting for a birdie. But the main menu theme is a close second and will get stuck in your head for a week if you're anything like me. The Nintendo Switch Online version adds online play as it does for all multiplayer games on the service. It acts just like it would with multiple controllers on the same screen. It doesn't add any new modes. And there's no matchmaking, you can only play with people from your friends list. You can play this with a single Joy-Con, and it works pretty well. I'm glad this is an option so you can have those impromptu Switch rooftop parties that we all dream of. Thankfully, you can save the game at any time by creating a save state. You could, in theory, also use this to cheese your way through the game, creating a save state before each swing. Not that I would ever do that. Unfortunately, the sides of the screen are filled with the usual distracting pattern, as is par for the course for all Nintendo Switch Online games. No pun intended. I've said it before and I'll say it again, please give us the option to turn it off and let the sides be completely black. It's such an ugly border and I can't stand it. Anyway, how does Mario Golf 64 compare to the other golf games on the Switch? For years, a game called The Golf was the only 3D golf game on the Switch. It was pretty much as bare bones as you could get. A game that received so little attention more than 3 years after its release, there's not a single review of the game on YouTube. A game so unremarkable, I wrote a whole review on it 2 years ago, captured footage for it, and got so bored of the idea of even editing it that I scrapped the whole thing. There's not a single professional review of it on Metacritic, and only 2 user reviews, both of which are surprisingly well written. A game so bland, your name is always Player 1. It doesn't use the profile name on your Switch, and there's no way to type in any other name. A game so rushed, it straight up just doesn't support the Pro Controller. And it's a game so lacking in content, there's only 2 characters, one female and one male. There's no customization, no outfits to unlock, nothing. The game's eShop description claims it includes golf courses with up to 18 holes. Courses, they say. It does not, in fact, include courses. It includes a course. One 18-hole course. That's the whole game. That said, the mechanics weren't bad, and it wasn't unplayable. I didn't outright hate it for a game I paid $5 for. It just really highlighted the lack of golf games on the Switch until PGA Tour came out.
Oh.
PGA Tour 2K21 is great, but it takes a more realistic approach to golf, and it's encumbered with endless menus and things to agree to, and a lot of the game requires you to be connected to the internet. You can play offline if you start the game in airplane mode, but if you do that, you can't earn any progression or unlock anything. There's also Mario Golf Super Rush, and I haven't played it at all. It got poor reviews at launch for a lack of content, despite having solid golf mechanics. It's received some free DLC with new characters, courses, and modes, but I feel like I've already spent enough money on golf games on the Switch. The original Mario Golf is probably where I'm going to be spending most of my time. If you want simple golf with fun characters and no BS, Mario Golf 64 is the way to go. I'm actually surprised Nintendo released this game on the Switch. Given how well it holds up, it feels like a legitimate competitor to Mario Golf Super Rush. With a decent number of characters, courses, and solid mechanics that don't feel out of date, it's definitely worth a download if you're a subscriber to Nintendo Switch Online.